Ever had someone in your life who just seems to make things harder? A rival at work, a toxic friend? Today, we're turning to the ancient Stoics for some seriously effective strategies to deal with these enemies in our lives. And the best part, no fighting required. Self-mastery is the ultimate revenge. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor and philosopher, hit the nail on the head when he said, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." Your enemies thrive on your reactions, your anger, your frustration. They want to see you unravel. But what if, instead of giving them that satisfaction, you did the exact opposite? This is where self-mastery comes in. The Stoics believe that true power lies not in controlling others, but in controlling oneself. By mastering your emotions, your thoughts, and your actions, you deny your enemy the power they crave. You rise above their pettiness, their negativity, their attempts to bring you down. Think of it this way: your enemy throws a ball of anger at you. You could catch it, letting their negativity infect you, or you could simply step aside and let it harmlessly roll past. That's the power of self-mastery. You choose how you react, you choose how you feel. And the best part, this isn't just about denying your enemy their victory. It's about becoming a better version of yourself. It's about personal growth, about resilience, about inner peace. When you focus on self-improvement, you're not just defeating your enemy, you're elevating yourself. So, the next time someone tries to provoke you, remember Marcus Aurelius's words. Choose the path of self-mastery. Become the person you want to be, live the life you want to live, and let that be your ultimate revenge. The Stoics understood that external events are largely outside our control, but our inner world is our domain. By cultivating self-discipline, we can choose to respond to adversity with wisdom and tranquility rather than knee-jerk reactions. This focus on self-mastery isn't about suppressing emotions or becoming a cold, unfeeling robot. It's about recognizing our emotions, understanding their roots, and choosing how to respond to them. It's about training our minds to be calm in the face of chaos, to find peace amidst turmoil. In a world that often feels out of control, self-mastery gives us a sense of agency. It reminds us that we have the power to shape our own reality, to choose our own path, to rise above the negativity that surrounds us. And in the face of an enemy, this self-mastery is the ultimate weapon. It's a quiet defiance, a silent declaration that their words and actions have no power over you. It's a testament to your strength, your resilience, and your unwavering commitment to becoming the best version of yourself. So, embrace the challenge of self-mastery. Let it be your guiding principle, your guiding light. Because in the end, the greatest victory you can achieve is not over others, but over yourself. Indifference as a weapon. Now, when we talk about indifference, it's important to understand we're not advocating for apathy or callousness. We're not saying you shouldn't care about others or the world around you. Instead, Stoic indifference is about protecting your inner peace. It's about not letting the negativity or toxicity of others seep into your soul and dictate your emotions. Epictetus, another great Stoic philosopher, perfectly summed it up when he said, "If someone succeeds in provoking you, realize that your mind is complicit in the provocation." This means that it's not the external event itself that upsets us, but our own judgment of that event. When someone insults us, it's our own thoughts about that insult that cause us pain, not the insult itself. So, how do we wield indifference as a weapon? It starts with awareness. Recognize when someone is trying to provoke you. Instead of reacting impulsively, take a step back. Breathe. Observe your thoughts and emotions without judgment. Next, challenge those thoughts. Ask yourself, is this really worth getting upset over? Do I want this person's negativity to control my state of mind? Remember, you have the power to choose your response. You don't have to let their actions dictate your feelings. By practicing indifference, you're not just protecting yourself from emotional harm, you're also sending a powerful message to your enemy. You're showing them that their negativity has no power over you. You're calm, you're centered, you're unfazed. And that, my friends, is a weapon far more powerful than any insult they can throw your way. Think of it as a shield, deflecting the arrows of negativity and envy. While your enemy expends energy trying to get a rise out of you, you remain focused on what truly matters, your own well-being, your goals, your values. This doesn't mean you have to be emotionless or stoic in the modern sense of the word. You can still feel anger, sadness, or frustration, but you don't allow those emotions to control you. You acknowledge them, then let them go. Stoic indifference is a practice, not a destination. It takes time and effort to cultivate, but the rewards are immense. With each step you take towards mastering your inner world, you become less vulnerable to the attacks of your enemies. And the more you practice indifference, the more natural it becomes. Eventually, you'll find that the negativity of others simply bounces off you, leaving you unscathed and empowered. So, embrace indifference as a powerful tool in your arsenal, not as a way to become cold or uncaring, but as a way to protect your inner peace, maintain your focus, and ultimately, rise above the pettiness of your enemies. Respond with reason, not rage. We're all human, and when someone wrongs us, it's natural to feel anger, hurt, or a desire for revenge. But the Stoics teach us that reacting with rage only fuels the fire. It gives our enemies the satisfaction of knowing they've gotten under our skin. It also clouds our judgment and leads to impulsive actions we may later regret. Instead, channel your inner Marcus Aurelius. He wisely advised, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. In other words, don't get caught up in petty squabbles or heated debates. Instead, focus on embodying the virtues you admire. Act with integrity, fairness, and wisdom. When you respond to negativity with reason and composure, it throws your enemy off balance. They expect anger, but they receive calm rationality. This not only diffuses the situation, but it also showcases your strength of character. Remember, your actions speak louder than any words. By responding thoughtfully and with integrity, you're demonstrating your values and your self-worth. You're showing your enemy that you won't stoop to their level, that you're better than that. And let's be honest, who wouldn't be impressed by such composure? Your rational response might even make your enemy question their own behavior. It might spark a bit of self-reflection, moment of realization that their tactics are ineffective. And that, my friends, is a victory far more satisfying than any angry outburst could ever achieve. Consider this: every interaction is an opportunity to practice Stoic virtue. When someone attacks you, it's a chance to demonstrate your commitment to reason and self-control. By choosing the higher ground, you not only disarm your enemy, but you also strengthen your own character. Furthermore, responding with reason often leads to better outcomes. When you engage in a calm, logical discussion, you're more likely to find common ground to resolve the issue at hand. This is far more productive than resorting to personal attacks or emotional outbursts. The Stoics also believe that responding with reason is a form of self-respect. When you refuse to let others dictate your emotions or provoke you into anger, you're asserting your own autonomy and self-worth. You're showing that you value your inner peace more than any fleeting satisfaction of retaliation. This isn't to say that you should never express your anger or frustration, but when you do it in a controlled and constructive way. Use your anger to fuel positive action, to address the underlying issue, rather than letting it consume you. Remember, responding with reason doesn't mean being passive or weak. It takes immense strength and courage to remain calm in the face of adversity. But the rewards are immeasurable: inner peace, stronger relationships, and the satisfaction of knowing you've taken the high road. Forgiveness as a power move. Seneca, the renowned Stoic philosopher and advisor to Nero, offered profound wisdom when he said, "The greatest remedy for anger is delay." It's natural to feel anger when we've been wronged, but holding on to that anger is like drinking poison and hoping the other person dies. The Stoics understood this deeply. They recognized that harboring resentment and anger doesn't harm our enemies, it harms us. It consumes our thoughts, fuels our stress, and prevents us from moving forward. It's a heavy burden to carry, and it ultimately holds us back from living a fulfilling life. Now, practicing forgiveness doesn't mean excusing or condoning the actions of those who have wronged us. It doesn't mean forgetting the pain they caused. It simply means choosing to release the grip that anger and resentment have on our hearts and minds. Think of it like this: forgiveness is a gift you give yourself. It's a conscious decision to let go of the negative emotions that weigh you down. It's about choosing inner peace over bitterness, freedom over bondage. By forgiving, you're not letting your enemy off the hook. You're simply freeing yourself from the emotional baggage they've left behind. You're reclaiming your power, your energy, and your focus. And that, my friends, is a power move of the highest order. It's a way of saying, you may have hurt me, but you won't control my emotions. I choose to forgive, to heal, and to move on. Moreover, forgiveness opens the door to compassion and understanding. By recognizing that everyone makes mistakes, including ourselves, we can cultivate a sense of empathy towards those who have wronged us. This doesn't excuse their actions, but it allows us to see them as flawed human beings rather than simply as enemies. Forgiveness is not a one-time event, it's a process. It may take time and effort, especially for deep wounds. But with each act of forgiveness, we strengthen our inner resilience and emotional well-being. We break free from the cycle of anger and resentment, creating space for peace and positivity. It's important to note that forgiveness doesn't necessarily mean reconciliation. It's possible to forgive someone without continuing a relationship with them. Sometimes, the healthiest choice is to forgive and move on, creating distance from those who consistently harm us. Ultimately, forgiveness is a personal choice. It's not about weakness or surrender, but about choosing inner peace and freedom over bitterness and anger. It's a testament to your strength of character, your emotional maturity, and your unwavering commitment to living a life guided by virtue. So, embrace forgiveness as a powerful tool for healing and transformation. Let go of the anger, release the resentment, and reclaim your inner peace. By forgiving others, you ultimately free yourself. Turn obstacles into opportunities. Life is full of twists and turns, and obstacles are inevitable. We all face challenges, setbacks, and unexpected roadblocks. But the Stoics had a unique perspective on these hurdles. They saw them not as insurmountable barriers, but as opportunities for growth and transformation. Instead of viewing obstacles as punishments or signs of failure, the Stoics saw them as challenges to overcome, as opportunities to learn and evolve. They believed that it's not the obstacle itself that matters, but our attitude towards it. Think of it like a muscle. When you lift weights, you're creating micro-tears in your muscle fibers. But it's in the healing and rebuilding of those fibers that your muscles grow stronger. The same principle applies to our minds and spirits. When we face challenges and overcome them, we become more resilient, more adaptable, and more equipped to handle whatever life throws our way. This is where your enemy's plan backfires. They want to see you stumble and fall, but every obstacle you overcome makes you stronger. You learn from your mistakes, you adapt to new situations, and you develop the skills and resilience to face even greater challenges. This not only frustrates your enemy, but it also inspires those around you. When you turn obstacles into opportunities, you become a beacon of hope, a testament to the power of the human spirit. You show others that it's possible to rise above adversity, to thrive in the face of challenges. And that, my friends, is a legacy far more powerful than any petty revenge. Remember, your enemies might see your obstacles as a chance to gloat or to celebrate your downfall. But with a Stoic mindset, you can flip the script. You can use their negativity as fuel for your own growth, turning their intended harm into your own advantage. Think of each obstacle as a test, a chance to prove to yourself and to the world what you're truly capable of. Embrace the challenge, learn from it, and come out on the other side stronger and wiser. This is how you turn adversity into triumph, how you transform setbacks into stepping stones. Furthermore, obstacles can reveal hidden strengths and talents within us. When we're forced to navigate difficult terrain, we often discover abilities we never knew we had. We tap into reserves of creativity, resilience, and determination that might otherwise have remained dormant. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. This means that obstacles don't just block our path, they can actually guide us towards our goals. They force us to think outside the box, to find new solutions, to innovate and adapt. So, the next time you encounter an obstacle, remember these Stoic teachings. Don't let it discourage or defeat you. Instead, embrace it as a chance to learn, to grow, and to ultimately triumph over adversity. Your enemies might see it as a weakness, but in reality, it's your greatest strength. Focus on what you can control. The Stoics were masters of perspective, and they had a fundamental principle that can be incredibly liberating. Focus on what you can control, and accept what you can't. This doesn't mean being passive or resigned to fate, but rather recognizing that there's a vast difference between what's within our sphere of influence and what lies beyond it. Epictetus, the wise Stoic philosopher, put it beautifully when he said, "We are disturbed not by things, but by the views we take of them." This means that it's not the external events themselves that upset us, but our own interpretations and judgments of those events. Think of it like this: you're caught in a rainstorm. You can't control the rain, but you can control whether you get upset about it. You can choose to see it as an inconvenience, or you can choose to embrace it, dance in it, and appreciate the life-giving water. The same principle applies to dealing with difficult people. You can't control their actions, their words, or their attitudes, but you can control how you respond to them. You can choose to let their negativity affect you, or you can choose to remain calm, centered, and focused on your own values. By focusing on what you can control, your thoughts, your emotions, your actions, you empower yourself. You reclaim your agency and your peace of mind. You refuse to be a victim of circumstance, and you become the master of your own destiny. This is the essence of Stoic wisdom, and it's a powerful tool for navigating the challenges of life. Remember, your enemies want to see you lose control. They want to push your buttons, trigger your insecurities, and make you react in a way that's detrimental to your own well-being. By focusing on what you can control, you deny them that satisfaction. You maintain your composure, your dignity, and your inner peace. This isn't to say that you should ignore the actions of others or pretend that their negativity doesn't affect you. It's about recognizing that your power lies in your response. You can choose to let their words and actions define you, or you can choose to rise above them. The more you practice this principle, the more you'll realize that your inner world is your sanctuary. It's a place where you can cultivate peace, joy, and contentment, regardless of what's happening around you. Ultimately, focusing on what you can control is an act of self-love and self-preservation. It's a way of prioritizing your own well-being and refusing to let others dictate your happiness. By embracing this Stoic wisdom, you're not just defeating your enemies, you're reclaiming your own power and creating a life that's truly fulfilling. And remember, the more you focus on what you can control, the less power your enemies will have over you. You'll become like a rock in a river, unwavering and unyielding in the face of their negativity. And that, my friends, is the ultimate victory. Live with virtue. At the heart of Stoic philosophy is the unwavering belief that living a virtuous life is the ultimate path to happiness and fulfillment. For the Stoics, virtue wasn't just about being a good person in a general sense, it was about embodying specific qualities: honesty, courage, justice, wisdom, and temperance. These virtues weren't just lofty ideals, they were practical tools for navigating life's challenges. When you act with honesty, you build trust and respect. When you act with courage, you overcome fear and adversity. When you act with justice, you treat others fairly and uphold what's right. When you act with wisdom, you make sound decisions and learn from your mistakes. And when you act with temperance, you find balance and moderation in all things. Living in alignment with these virtues creates a profound sense of inner peace. It's a feeling of wholeness, of knowing that you're living in accordance with your deepest values. This inner peace is a fortress that no external force can penetrate. It's a source of strength and resilience that your enemies can't touch. Think of it like this. Imagine your enemy hurling insults and negativity at you, but instead of hitting a solid wall, their attacks bounce off a calm, serene lake. The ripples may disturb the surface for a moment, but the lake quickly returns to its tranquil state. That's the power of living with virtue. It gives you a sense of equanimity that can weather any storm. So, the next time you face an adversary, remember the Stoic virtues. Let them guide your actions and your thoughts. Embrace honesty, courage, justice, wisdom, and temperance. Live the life of integrity and inner peace, and watch as your enemies' attempts to harm you become futile and meaningless. Furthermore, living a virtuous life is not just a defensive strategy against your enemies, it's also a way to inspire and influence others. When people see you living with integrity and upholding your values, it can have a ripple effect. It might encourage them to reevaluate their own behavior and strive for a higher standard. In a world that often seems chaotic and morally ambiguous, living with virtue is a radical act. It's a way of taking a stand for what you believe in, even when it's not easy or popular. It's a way of saying, I will not be swayed by external pressures or temptations. I will live my life according to my own principles, regardless of the consequences. This unwavering commitment to virtue is what ultimately sets you apart from your enemies. While they may be consumed by negativity, jealousy, and pettiness, you are grounded in something deeper, something more meaningful. You are driven by a sense of purpose, a desire to live a life that's worthy of your own respect and admiration. And let's not forget, living a virtuous life is not just about defeating your enemies. It's about finding true happiness and fulfillment. When you live in alignment with your values, you experience a sense of inner peace and contentment that transcends external circumstances. This is the ultimate reward of a Stoic life, a reward that no one can ever take away from you. So, embrace the Stoic virtues, not just as a way to deal with your enemies, but as a way to live a richer, more meaningful life. Let virtue be your compass, your guiding light, and your ultimate source of strength and resilience. Kill them with kindness. Now, this might sound like a line from a cheesy motivational poster, but the Stoics were way ahead of the curve on this one. They understood that kindness, genuine kindness, can be a surprisingly powerful weapon against negativity and hostility. When someone attacks you with insults, criticism, or anger, it's easy to get caught up in the same emotional whirlwind. But when you respond with kindness and understanding, it throws them completely off balance. It's like trying to punch a cloud. Your aggression simply dissipates into nothingness. This doesn't mean you have to be a doormat or tolerate abusive behavior. It simply means responding in a way that's unexpected, disarming, and potentially transformative. Instead of fueling the fire with more anger, you offer a cooling balm of compassion and empathy. This approach can have several powerful effects. First, it neutralizes your enemy's negativity. Their anger or hostility loses its power when met with kindness. Second, it forces them to confront their own behavior. When you respond with grace and understanding, it can make them question their own actions and motivations. Finally, it models a better way of being. By responding with kindness, you're showing your enemy, and anyone else watching, that there's an alternative to anger and aggression. You're demonstrating the power of compassion, empathy, and respect. And that, my friends, is a lesson that can have a ripple effect far beyond the immediate situation. In essence, killing them with kindness is about turning the other cheek, not out of weakness, but out of strength. It takes a strong person to remain kind and compassionate in the face of hostility. By doing so, you're not only disarming your enemy, but you're also taking the higher moral ground. This doesn't mean you have to be friends with your enemy or condone their behavior. You can still set boundaries and protect yourself from their negativity. But by choosing kindness, you're demonstrating a level of emotional maturity and self-control that they may lack. Remember, kindness is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of inner strength, resilience, and the ability to see the humanity in others, even when they're behaving poorly. It's a way of saying, I see your anger and pain, but I choose to respond with love and understanding. And who knows, your kindness might even spark a change in your enemy. They might see a different way of being, a path towards greater compassion and empathy. And even if it doesn't change them, it will certainly change you. It will strengthen your character, deepen your compassion, and make you a more powerful force for good in the world. Outshine them with your accomplishments. Actions speak louder than words, and in the realm of Stoicism, there's no greater action than achieving your goals. When you dedicate yourself to personal growth, professional success, or creative endeavors, you're not just building a better life for yourself, you're also sending a powerful message to your adversaries. This isn't about bragging or showing off. It's about letting your accomplishments speak for themselves. When you focus on your goals, work hard, and achieve success, it's a silent but undeniable statement. It says, your attempts to undermine me, to belittle me, to discourage me, have failed. In fact, your negativity has only fueled my determination. Think of it like this: your enemy throws stones at you, trying to knock you down. But instead of retaliating, you use those stones to build a tower. With each accomplishment, each milestone, each victory, you add another brick to that tower, raising yourself higher and higher above their reach. This approach is not only incredibly satisfying, but it's also strategically sound. It shifts the focus from your enemy's negativity to your own positivity. It transforms their attempts to harm you into opportunities for growth and success. It's a way of saying, I refuse to let your negativity define me. I am the architect of my own life, and I will create a masterpiece. So, the next time someone tries to bring you down, remember this Stoic principle. Let your accomplishments be your response. Focus on your goals, work hard, and achieve success. Let your light shine so brightly that it eclipses their negativity. This is the ultimate victory, the sweetest revenge, a life well lived in spite of adversity. Remember, your accomplishments are not just a reflection of your abilities, they're also a testament to your resilience, your perseverance, and your unwavering spirit. They show the world that you're not defined by your struggles, but by your triumphs. Moreover, your success can serve as an inspiration to others. When people see you overcoming obstacles and achieving your goals, it gives them hope and encouragement. It shows them that it's possible to rise above adversity, to create a better life for themselves, and to make a positive impact on the world. Outshining your enemies isn't about proving them wrong, it's about proving yourself right. It's about living up to your own potential, pursuing your passions, and creating a life that you're proud of. Ultimately, your accomplishments are the most powerful weapon you have against negativity and adversity. They're a testament to your strength, your determination, and your unwavering spirit. So, go out there and create a life that makes your enemies envious and inspires the world. This is your legacy, your triumph, your ultimate revenge. Time is your ally. In our fast-paced world, we often crave instant gratification and immediate results. But the Stoics taught us a valuable lesson in patience and the long game. They understood that true victory isn't always a sprint, sometimes it's a marathon. Time, as the Stoics saw it, is a powerful ally. It has the ability to heal wounds, both physical and emotional. The anger and hurt you feel today might seem all-consuming, but with time, those emotions will soften, fade, and eventually lose their grip on you. Furthermore, time allows you to see the bigger picture. What might seem like a devastating defeat today could be the catalyst for a major breakthrough tomorrow. The Stoics believe that setbacks and challenges are simply part of life's journey, and that with time and perseverance, we can learn and grow from them. So, be patient. Trust the process. Don't get discouraged if you don't see immediate results. Keep moving forward, one step at a time. Focus on your goals, cultivate your virtues, and let time do its work. Remember, the oak tree doesn't grow overnight. It takes years of consistent growth, weathering storms and droughts, to become the majestic giant it's destined to be. Similarly, your journey of self-mastery and overcoming adversity takes time and dedication. But with patience and perseverance, you'll eventually reap the rewards of your efforts and emerge stronger and wiser than ever before. Time is also a great revealer of truth. It has a way of exposing the flaws in our enemies' strategies, the cracks in their facades. While they may seem to be winning in the short term, their tactics built on negativity and malice are unsustainable in the long run. On the other hand, your own virtues, your integrity, resilience, and compassion will only grow stronger with time. The seeds of kindness you plant today may not bear fruit immediately, but they will eventually blossom into a garden of peace and tranquility. Remember, your enemies are playing a short game, fueled by anger and resentment. But you, as a Stoic, are playing the long game. You're investing in your own character, your own growth, and your own future. And that's a game you're destined to win. So, be patient, my friends. Trust in the wisdom of the Stoics, embrace the power of time, and keep moving forward with unwavering determination. The true victory, the lasting peace, the authentic happiness you seek, will eventually be yours. In the grand tapestry of life, your enemies' actions are but fleeting threads. But your own virtue, your own strength, your own resilience, these are the enduring fibers that will weave a masterpiece of your own making. Remember, true strength lies not in physical force, but in mental fortitude. The Stoics understood that the greatest battles we face are often fought within our own minds. It's easy to lash out, to seek revenge, to let negativity consume us. But true power comes from choosing a different path. By adopting these Stoic principles, self-mastery, indifference, reason over rage, forgiveness, turning obstacles into opportunities, focusing on what you can control, living with virtue, responding with kindness, outshining with accomplishments, and trusting in time, you're not just disarming your enemies, you're transforming yourself. You're cultivating inner peace, resilience, and wisdom. You're becoming a person who isn't easily shaken by external circumstances or the opinions of others. You're forging a life of meaning and purpose, guided by your values and your commitment to personal growth. And in the end, that's the ultimate victory. It's not about defeating others, it's about conquering your own inner demons, rising above pettiness and negativity, and becoming the best version of yourself. So, embrace the Stoic way of life. It's not just a philosophy, it's a practical guide to living a happier, more fulfilling, and more empowered life. And remember, every challenge you face, every obstacle you overcome, is an opportunity to grow stronger and wiser. Your enemies may try to knock you down, but with Stoicism as your shield and your sword, you'll rise above them, time and time again. Subscribe to our channel for more inspiring content on Stoicism and personal growth.